Please take your seats quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Hi guys, and welcome to oneminutetennis.com. In today's session, I want to talk to you about the arm action of the kick serve. And specifically, I want to show you the movement of the wrist and the movement of the elbow, which are two totally different movements and have to be blended harmoniously for you to have a fantastic kick serve. And by clarifying these two movements and then putting them together in harmony, you're going to have a great kick serve almost immediately. The problem that a lot of players have with the kick serve is they get the topspin, but they lose power. They don't get a powerful, aggressive, fast kick serve. They get a kind of floated ball that's safe, but not going to hurt anybody. And this is because the elbow and wrist movements are totally different movements. So what I want to do is break down the two movements separately, and then we'll put them together in harmony and show you how you can have a devastating kick serve almost immediately. So let's look at the wrist first. And the movement of the wrist is ulnar deviation or adduction. And ulnar deviation is where I pull my wrist to the little finger out here. Okay, so it's this movement here. But I can do that in a number of different ways. I can do it in a slow, precise, controlled way. Or I can kind of flick it there. See, I'm flicking it to the side. And that feels totally different. And if I add the racket now and flick the wrist to the side, then you can maybe hear the whip of the racket, and this will create terrific topspin effect. But then we have to add pronation, and that's the movement of the arm. And pronation is where I turn the arm away from the body. I rotate it away from the body. And pronation, the racket will end up pointing in the opposite direction over here. So now I'm going to have the ulnar deviation to pronation. And the two have to be sequentially perfect, with the ulnar deviation occurring just a fraction of a second before pronation. And a great way of getting the feel of this is to use the fence. So if I position myself by the fence as though I was serving in this direction, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the ulnar deviation movement hitting the side of the frame against the fence with force. So I go into my scratch your back position and ulnar deviate. And now ulnar deviation, and again ulnar deviation. And now I'm going to make the pronation movement, and that will result in the racket face hitting against the fence. Pronation, pronation, pronation. And now I'm going to try and put the two movements together, and we should hear the frame of the racket hitting the fence and then the face of the racket hitting the fence. And the closer together those two sounds are, the closer together the two movements are, the more effective my service action will be. And now I come away from the fence and I'm going to try and reproduce that movement of the arm. And I can feel and hear the whip of the racket, and getting the two movements correct together means that I'll have a very effective, powerful, heavy spinning serve. Now, when I come away from the fence obviously gives me the sound so I can check that my action is correct. When I come away from the fence, you can check your action in a couple of different ways. The first one is to check the ulnar deviation. So I make the swing, and now I'm going to look at my wrist and look for that deviated position. This is not correct. This is average. This is what we're looking for. So now I make the stroke, and there's my ulnar deviated position. And then the second reference is, have I pronated? Can I see the back of my arm? If I make the stroke with no pronation, I can see the forearm inside here. But if I ulnar deviate and pronate, I now have the shape here, and I can see the back of the arm here. Once you put ulnar deviation and pronation together, then what you get is a serve that has power and spin. The pronation will give me power, but it won't give me spin. The ulnar deviation will give me spin, but it won't give me power. When you put the two movements together, you will have a powerful, aggressive, and effective kick serve. you'll have a weapon. I hope this makes sense. I'd love to know how it works in your game or the players that you work with. And if you like my ideas, have a look at our books on Amazon. We have the serve solution, forehand solution, and volley solution. They're available both as ebooks and as paperback. What they do is they combine the science and details of the stroke with really simple illustrations and then simple ways of applying those so that you can make changes to your game almost straight away. And if you want more one-to-one help, then we're doing online coaching with players all over the world, all ages and all levels. We combine detailed biomechanical analysis of the strokes with one-to-one personalized lessons. It's a great service and it really works. For more information, have a look at the website or email us for details. So add ulnar deviation and pronation to your serve. Get the correct arm and wrist action in harmony and in union with each other, and you'll have a more effective, more powerful serve immediately. Use the fence drill, check the shape, and you'll see that you have a better serve today. Thanks for watching and see you next time for more unique tennis lessons that really work.